What's up, guys? So here's Tim running, the gentleman in the all black hoodie and the black pants. Here's Ben Pong running. Both of these athletes are athletes of mine from Montclair State University, where I coach at, and here's me. And they're also personal friends of mine. So these 40-yard sprints are post 6x100 meter tempo runs that we aim to push them out at about like 80%.
Nice.
The last one, maybe we pushed more in the 90% range. For me, this is a post-meet workout I go to.
Nice.
Just some tempo runs. The acceleration 40s right here that are featured weren't planned, but we were just feeling good, so why not? This run right here is more at a rhythmic pace of the long jump, and so I finished up with a few long jump rhythm runs. But this workout is something I try to aim to do post-meet, like get blood flow, flush some toxins and fluids out, lubricate the joints, and just help the tendons heal. Yesterday, I had a long jump competition, so this really does help my recovery process. And then I also put the body under, some stress and some load and resistance through lifting. So we squatted, we did RDLs, and we did calf raises. Tim is growing to be more of a 200-meter specialist, and so it's really good to see him doing faster sprints where he's really enhancing his neural capacity and putting his body under resistance through squatting, deadlifting, so on and so forth. These are two things that he hasn't really implemented in the past, and because of that, he started taking more form into like a 400, 800 guy because he really wasn't training those neural capacities that are demanded during a quicker sprint. And now that he's doing it, his time's dropping significantly every meet, so it's good to see. Ben Pong, the athlete shown right now, is an athlete with extreme potential, and he's been running track and field since he was like 5 years old. I think he even said 4. He's from Ghana originally, and here in the States, he doesn't really train too often. And so now that he's been training on a more consistent basis with myself and the team, he's really seeing a lot of gains, and he's dropping 22-second low in the 200 with low effort. So I think he's looking to run a 21 mid to low this year, and if he does, he can take that to the national level and do some big things this collegiate season. Overall, just a great session. It's great to move post meet, and I would recommend this to anybody, but post meet it is great to move around a little bit because usually even post meet, like after you compete, you don't cool down, you don't stretch, and so you went from like a high intensity to completely shutting it down and maybe sitting, and then the next day you're sitting even more. And so just to get some blood and resistance into the body helps it adapt and recover more quickly. And so this is an approach I usually take just because it feels better, like mentally, spiritually, physically. I just feel like a better individual the next day. Both Tim and Ben Pong are fairly new to the weight room, I'd say. Like they have far and vast more experience on the track than they do when it comes to a barbell and some weights. So their strength levels aren't where I think they can be. Like there's definitely a higher ceiling for them. But because we're in season, I'm just recommending they lift once a week. If they want to get a second one in, I would keep it very low volume for them and just more from a power or speed perspective, and not so much in the strength demands, like especially right now as we're approaching peak season, we're not really trying to push heavy weight. And so this lifting session is more so from a recovery and tendon health perspective. And then the other lift, if they do want to get one, it could be more Olympic lifting, more speed lifts where they're getting more neural capacities and training that power. But both of these gentlemen are doing a great job, as is. I know in the off season leading up to their next season, if they do choose to compete after their senior year, I think lifting will be more of a priority in their off season training. You don't have to go this hard the day after the meet. Like I would say we got carried away slightly, but just because I only jumped off a short approach yesterday, I was able to get away with doing this much volume. The intensity wasn't very high, nor were the percentages and the lifts very high for me. But it is something great to do post-meet in regards to the tendons and joints getting blood flow. This video before you, I cannot explain the context or why it is important, but Ben Pong is basically washing his hands with water while telling a deep story about life.